Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to talk about barber business. So right now I'm going to go see a house. Actually, we are moving to a bigger place. Where before it was an apartment, and it's already getting small for us. You know, the kids are getting bigger, so I believe now is the right time to look for a bigger place. And yeah, so that's what we're gonna do right now. Then I have to go to the shop. I have a couple of haircuts to do, and I'm preparing a class that I'm doing Sunday. And this is on topic that everybody has been asking me about. Why do I only do classes in Spanish? And I mean, the reason for it is because in the Spanish community, unfortunately, in a lot of Spanish countries, there's not a lot of education when it comes to barbering. Unfortunately, there's no licensing like here in the US. So a lot of people just, they don't go to school, right? Because they just don't need to. So they don't learn a lot of things. So, and they don't have access to like classes and seminars and events and things like that. There's very few academies, and they don't really even know what they're doing. So that's why my focus has been always there, just to kind of help those that need it the most. But I'm definitely going to start bringing some classes in English, just because everybody always messages me asking me for them. So they're definitely coming very soon. I'm actually working. Oh, that's my alarm. Hold on, let me turn on my alarm. Okay, I'm definitely working on a couple of things in English, so stay tuned for those. And let's go see this house. So we made it here. I'm gonna show you guys one of the houses that we are looking at. That is one of the houses we're gonna be looking at. We have a couple. We're looking for something just bigger than what we have right now. We don't need to go massive, at least not yet. Maybe later on. We would really need a house that I believe in getting what you need, and so you can then get what you want, right? I think that's one of the main things that separates many barbers from others, is that some barbers just spend, and they get older and they don't have anything, right? I believe the opposite. I think that you need to be very smart with your money, especially as a barber, since we don't have, most likely we don't have benefits, we don't have retirement, we don't have any of that. So we gotta be extremely smart, get the things we need, and when you get to that point that you can get the things you want. So that's where we are right now, and that's gonna gives me the idea to talk about a little bit about business of the shop. Meaning, many people message me asking me like, what's the difference between commission and rent? What's better? And we're gonna talk a little bit about that. So we're done with the house. I'm actually on my way to the shop. We like the house. We'll see what's gonna happen. We'll see what if that's the one or not, but I have a good feeling about it. So going back to the conversation, so one of the main reasons why you want to be in commission is because you have rights, you have benefits, you are a employee of that business or that company. That means that you should be getting paid in check, you should be in the books, you should get a W-2, the business should be paying taxes on you. You need to be doing your taxes because they get deducted every paycheck. So like a job, the job that it should be. That's one of the main benefits with commission, is that you are legally doing things, not like like in rent. A lot of independent contractors, they're getting paid cash, so they're not doing things right. Why you want to be on W-2? Why you want to pay taxes? Because eventually you want to buy a house. Eventually you want to maybe open up your own business. You need a business loan. You might need different things, and by not having that proof of income, by not having like that way of you to prove that you actually work and how much you make and all that, it's going to be very hard to get that. Many people talk about cash, like cash is like the most valuable thing in the world, and I can tell you right now it's not as much, for the simple reason that right now credit is everything, to be honest with you. Like, cash is important for certain things, but if you want to grow in business, you need that credit. So finished cutting my client, and I'm eating. This is what I'm eating right now. I'm trying to be healthier, trying to lose weight. I already lost 14 pounds since we opened back up, so that's not bad. So I want to continue with that. So continuing with the topic, we're talking about commission, right? Why another good thing about commission is that if you get paid commission, for the most part, your the owner of the place should take care of a lot of stuff that you're gonna invest in. Like, you know, if you do color, then they should buy the color, they should buy you everything that you need. Keep in mind that depends on the setup you have in commission, right? Most salons, places like that, do 50-50. So if that's the case, in my opinion, the business owner should be providing everything for you, right? If you have a different arrangement, let's say you take a little bit more for you or a lot more, whatever the arrangement is, then maybe that doesn't include getting everything. But the good thing about commission is that you should be provided with everything you need just to for you to be able to do your job, right? So that's one of the main things about commission that is great, is because of that you don't have to necessarily take money out of your pocket to buy your stuff. Everything should be provided for you. What's up, guys? Finished cutting. I'm waiting for my next client. I finished a little bit earlier, so that's cool. So anyways, we'll continue with the conversation. So reasons why commission is great. You know, I mentioned a bunch of stuff, but now let's talk about a little bit about the last thing that I consider that is a good reason why, and talk about a little bit of the bad, because there's bad like anything else in life. So one of the bads is going to be that one of the goods is going to be that the owner of the place should bring you clients. The owner of the barbershop should be the one marketing and bringing you as many clients as you need. Obviously, you gotta help. In my opinion, you cannot just allow the owner to do all the marketing. You don't do anything, sit around, and you station and do absolutely nothing and expect to be busy, because that's not how it works. It should be a teamwork. But technically, he should be the one spending the money on marketing and bringing you clients. That's another plus and why commission is great. So that money that you are partnering, because you become a partner at that time, right? At that point, you're a partner with the owner, right? You're dividing the money. So that money should be spent on making the place better, on getting you tools, on getting you clients, on getting you that stuff. That should be how the money should be spent. Obviously, depends on what percentage you guys deal with. Like if it's a 50-50, like in most places, then obviously you spend that money in the right way. If you're getting 70-80%, so that means the shop is not getting that much, then obviously you're getting the money, so obviously things are going to be different. But that will be the only situation where things could be a little bit different. So now let's talk a little bit about the bad. And the bad of everything is, because there's always a bad, right? The bad of commission could depend based on who is your owner and what percent are you getting, right? I believe in being fair. I believe that the percent should benefit both people, not just one. So in business are between two people, right? And both need to benefit. That's what business is about. Or two parties and they both should benefit. So if you have a business and the only one that is benefiting is you, then your barbers are not going to be happy. If you have a business and the only one that's benefiting is your barbers, then you're not going to be happy, because you're not going to have a business. So it has to be both people. What I recommend is to make sure you find a percent where your barbers are happy because they're getting paid and they're happy with it, and also the bills and all that money is getting you're getting enough to maintain the business. So it has to be both ways. Most shops do 50-50. In my opinion, I think that could be good depending on what you're doing with the extra money and how is that extra money is your barbers benefiting from. And if you're not willing to put in that work, then give your barbers a little more so they're happier as well, because technically you are giving them more money, right? So that's just the way I see it. And that will be a con, because depending on who you're working with and who you're working for and how you are how the percentage is set up, then it's definitely going to change. It's going to be so much different. Woo! So I'm done. What a day. We were so busy. Thank God for the blessings, it's crazy because sometimes we're too busy and we're like, you don't want to cut hair anymore, but then when you're not, you wish that you had clients. So very grateful for that. So now let's talk about rent and why rent could be great and why some people love rent and why people hate renting a booth, right? One of the main difference obviously is always going to be because you can make more money as a barber, right? If you rent, your booth rent is lower, on the lower side, then great, because anything that you make after that, it's all you, right? Obviously you gotta get insurance, you gotta get, well, hopefully you have insurance, you want to get there's a lot of things that you obviously want to have. You gotta you know, invest in yourself, you gotta buy your tools. So not everything is profit, but you can make more money that way, which is awesome. So that's one of the great things about rent, right? But honestly, I feel like besides that, you are not employed, you are an independent contractor, so you can kind of charge what you want, or you should be able to charge what you want. Your hours should be, you know, you can dictate your hours because you're technically not an employee, right? So things like that are very important, and that's stuff that you can actually do as a booth renter. You can set up your hours, you can set up your pricing, your prices. So those are the benefits, right? The problem and the reason why sometimes I don't recommend this method is that if you don't have enough clients, you are not gonna make money. So booth rent works great if you have a large clientele, but if you don't, then you're not gonna make money, and that sucks. Think about it like this: if you have to every week pay for the booth rent, but you make no money, you might have to put out of your own pocket to pay for this rent. So that sucks. Second, you have to market yourself. You have to get your clients. Business owner is not going to do that because it's not his job to do that, because you are a contractor. So that's not his job to do. So keep that in mind. Another thing is that you're going to have a business owner that is not involved in the shop, because a lot of business owners that have booth rent type of business, they don't really care as much, or they don't want to be there, so they just go collect the rent and that's it. So you're gonna have to do a lot of the work yourself. And one of the main problems with that is that a lot of barbers that are in booth rent, they don't pay taxes because, you know, everything's cash and they gotta do it themselves. So a lot of them don't do it. So what happens with time is that you make $100,000 but you only claim 10. You're gonna get in trouble at some point. Or second, the moment that you want to buy a house, the moment you want to do all the things, you can't because you have no paper trail. So that is one of the issues with being a self-contractor, is that if you don't do things right, you know, and at the end of the year you don't pay taxes and all the money that you made, you are going to have problems with a lot of things, and long term it's not going to be the great for business. And what usually happens with all this is that a lot of people, they don't do things the right way. So when they pay taxes, they wait until the end of the year, so they don't do quarterly taxes and things like that. So it's a lot of things that involve you being a self-contractor or a booth renter. So that's why I don't necessarily recommend it for many people, because if you're not responsible enough to do it the right way, then you are gonna end up losing a lot of money, and long term might affect everything that you want to achieve, right? So those are the things. So what I recommend, so I love the commission just because it gets you more involved in the shop, and as a business, it needs to make sense to own a business. So if you are a business owner, you're a shop owner, and you're on booth rent, and your booth rent only covers the shop bills, and whatever you make cutting hair is what you bring home. That, in my opinion, is a horrible business idea, because the whole reason of a business is to free up your time. And if all your time is actually consumed by you cutting hair, then what's the point of that? You just own a job. You don't own a business, you own a job. And so in my opinion, that's not the right way to do it either. And it's a business that is not sustainable. In a couple of years, when you're tired of cutting hair, what do? You know what I mean? So I think commission could be better for everybody if you give your barbers the right commission, and if you do things the right way, you can scale that business a lot better, like any other company. So that's my thing. So if you are in commission because you're required, do it right, be fair with your barbers. If you're a barber, understand why some business owners charge you more or less, because they're trying to grow the business, they're trying to make sure that it's a sustainable business, and they're trying to make sure their bills are paid, right? So it has to make sense for the business owner, it has to make sense for the barbers, right? If you in both rent and you are a busy barber, awesome, because you're doing very well, but make sure you do things right. Make sure that you pay your taxes, make sure that you understand that you are a self-contractor and you are not gonna have any benefits, because that's, you gotta get your own benefits. You are your own entity, right? So keep that in mind as well. So that's it, guys. If you are trying to open a shop, think about what's gonna be the best for you. Think about what's gonna make sense, you know, for everybody. Make sure your barbers are happy, make sure that you are happy, and you create a business and not a job. And that's it, guys. That was what I wanted to show you with this video. I hope that it open your mind to see that you can run a barbershop different ways. There's people that run it different ways as well. You know, those are the two main ones that I want to talk about. Let me know if you have any questions in the comment below. Let me know also, like, if you feel like, you know, like there's other ways to run a shop. I would love to hear about it. So that's it, guys. Don't forget to subscribe and like it, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.